little after lunch snack.
Alright, you get hoots? You get hoots? Yeah, I'm good. What is up, everybody? The time has come. The time draws near. We we are but walking vessels. Walking vessels in the time of the birth of day. I am okay. I am making a snack. Oh, what snack you having, my homie? What snack you having, my homie Hoots? Wait, 1 second. I'm gonna get over to the couch and sit down because Hoots is all talking about our impending birth of days. Yeah, what's up? I can feel it. Hardy, I can feel it. My bones. My little bones. They're dwindling. I don't know how much time I... Hardy! Hardy, I'm joking, bro. I can't wait to turn another year older and be an absolute hoop unit. You know what I'm saying? Our subscribers, bro. One more level in it. Oh, I thought you were talking about one more day. Christian, I thought you were talking about one more day to my 34th birthday, bro. Yes, that's right. 34. We are 34 years old, my elite. Same as usual.
Oh.
Banana, chia seed powder, black seed powder, crunchy peanut butter, cashew oil. Sounds delicious, my baby.
Oh. Hey, Barnacles. Nice to see you. How you doing? Feel free to check out my description. It has the buy me a coffee link. And how's everyone doing? I was just proposing a question. I was just thinking of one anyway. It was gonna be, what did you have for lunch? Just a simple question. I'm curious. What did you have for lunch? Did I spell it alright? What did you? Yep. Okay. What color should we do? Let's do orange. Oh, there you go. I have the Hoot guy in the background listening to his stream. Just to give him some watch hours. I used a different thing on my nose. I'm excited. Hopefully it'll like reduce my pores. But anyway. Hopefully. I'm gonna be milking these for crunchy peanut butter, that's for sure. Hey, thanks for the light. Well, I think that one's officially milked. Oh, hey, people are talking. Real Gang 2, hi, hello. Welcome. Real Gang 2 is now saying, good liver? Good liver. Gosh, Gully? I'm not sure what you're saying. Yeah, I don't know. It says like Kosh gal. I don't know, but feel free to give me a like if you're up for it. I shouldn't have put this in the powder, but that's okay. This is seriously like this is like nothing. I know one of these has a little bit of one thing. A little bit. This is like nothing. Okay, this is the one that has like a little bit. Not as much as I'd like it to have, but that's okay. Because it'll have to do. I like to use a lot of peanut butter. Yeah, it's not very good.
That sounded like Patty again. That sounded like Patty Gross again. If I did all of this just to get the bag thing, I'm gonna be so pissed. Like, I'll keep it a whole stack with you. If I did this all to get the bag because I decided to kill more slicks, which, by the way, I saved more Madockets and killed slicks. I should be fine.
That means beautiful in Farsi. Oh.
I made everyone did
cool.
Only did one voiceover.
That's Pakistan, right?
I got the money.
Well, I'd like more crunchy peanut butter. That's okay. Maybe I'll just put more molasses. They will not go. No, Iran. Oh, I see. Iran. What's it like in Iran?
Yeah, that sounded a lot like Nicholas.
Does Iran border? No, Iran doesn't border India at all, does it?
I don't know. That might have just been my imagination or something. The next announcer I do know.
Is anyone saying?
You better be tugging on my hoop feathers, bro. You better be tugging on them hoop feathers, bro. You better be jumping with me, dude. You know what I'm saying? You better be pulling a party good on me, bro. That one was absolutely on me.
We have war, but everything is good. Okay. Okay. Weird. I was just singing that song too, wasn't I? It was something from Yoshi's Story too. I'll have to look back on my stream and see. So it's 8 minutes and 53 seconds in. Because I think I was whistling the tune to the song that he's just performing. So, how's everyone doing? Did you have lunch?
Did you see Reviews to Death is live streaming right now? Oh, cool. That song was in my head too. Strange. Really? That Yoshi song?
Yeah, Yoshi's Story.
Bro, that song goes hard in the paint, bro. So does that friggin' bullet to my sternum.
Sternum. Okay, that's a pretty mashed banana.
What do they get to shoot me?
I should probably turn him down a little bit because sometimes he swears. And I'm not opposed to swearing when they're describing what someone said, but it's not like my go-to language choice. I should check with Gemini. Does Iran border India?
No, Iran does not share a border with India. They are separated by Pakistan.
Oh.
What's your favorite Smash Bros? Wait, I.
Crunchy, da-ba-dum. Now for time for this. I can take this out of here. This is psyllium husk. Hand parts. Hand parts. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. Now it's like a pudding. So excited. Okay, let's see here. Got any comments? Nope. Tim Dillon definitely has swearing.
Me and Beth came to a little vibe show. I said. Is the plural of fish or fishes? Are sharks named after terrible people? And do mussels have anything to do with mussels? We're getting wordy with the whales, cuddly with the cuttlefish, and exploring shocking truths about electric eels with a deep dive into the etymology of oceans and seas on this episode of Words Unraveled.
Boom, 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 boom.
Welcome to another Words Unraveled. I'm Rob Watts from the YouTube channel Rob Words. And I'm Jessica Paris, author of etymology books, including Into the Words, which is one of my next books that's coming out soon. And today we are diving under the sea for an oceanic episode, which I also address in this book about plants, animals, and nature. Indeed. We've heard that it's better down where it's wetter. Under the sea. Sea animals, sea ecosystems and the like. Where do we begin with this? That's a good question. We should probably talk about the word ocean a little bit. We do have a slight transatlantic difference in the way we use ocean. Right? I mean, I think there are situations where Brits will say sea and Americans will opt for ocean. And maybe that is a product of the continents on which we live, because we go on holiday to the Mediterranean, which is a sea. So when we go to the beach, we go in the sea, no matter what. Whereas in the States, you tend to be more likely to be hopping in the ocean. That is true. Though that's always been a murky distinction, right? I mean, ecologically we have seas and oceans, and those are different ecosystems, but also, you know, the seven seas and and down by the sea, and idioms that pertain
into sometimes the sea or sometimes the ocean have long been murky distinctions.
Here in Germany, the word See, which is S-E-E, can mean, yes, it can mean the sea. We call the Baltic Sea the Ostsee. But also, I've got a little lake near me that's called Schäfersee. It also means lake as well. It's a body of water. Really, really old word. Sea, very old Germanic word. Wherever we found water, large expanses of water, we said that's the sea, generally. But ocean, different route.
That one is Greek. It's from the Greek okeanos, which is the world-encircling river in early Greek cosmology.
Which explains why we talk about even more vast expanses of water generally as being oceans.
The root sense of the word sea could be salt, but basically it's, as you've suggested, it's any bounded saltwater or freshwater body, so that's probably unlikely.
Yeah, we don't need any further explanation than that, do we? I mean, humans have been hanging around water forever, basically. We bloody love it. We crawled out of it one day and it's not too far away.
We sure do. The ocean has several depth layers that are kind of fun to talk about. The epipelagic. I don't know.
Hidden depths of the ocean.
Yes, hidden depths of the ocean.
Tell us more about the hidden etymological depths.
Only some of them are that hidden. For example, the epipelagic zone, which literally means upon the surface, and this pelagic element means of the sea or of the open sea. So here again, we have this confusing distinction between seas and oceans across languages as well. And then we have the mesopelagic zone, which is the middle or of the open sea, and it's the middle layer of the ocean, and the bathypelagic zone, which is dark, and the abyssal zone, which is darker and means bottomless.
Full guess from the word abyss.
Oh yeah. I mentioned bathypelagic just means deep. So we've got deep, and then we've got the abyss, and then we have the Hadal zone, the hadopelagic zone, which is derived from the same root, Hades.
Yeah.
So the underworld.
Even more abysmal than the abyss.
Yes, indeed.
The really juicy stuff for me comes in when we start to talk about the animals that we find in these different layers. We should start with the big ones, literally the big ones, but also the big words. Let's talk about whales, let's talk about fish,
Yes.
stuff like this. Again, super old words, both whale and fish. Fish, even more so, if you want to talk about, I mean, as far as you can, like whale is a Germanic word, but fish is a word that we share with all the Indo-European languages have a word that's related to fish, be it the Latin piscis, from which we get Pisces. That is directly related. Well, not directly, you have to trace back to a common ancestor, but it shares a common ancestor with the word fish, which I think is sort of incredible. But what I learned from researching this is that in English, fish didn't just refer to what we now call fish, it referred to any ocean-dwelling animal, which explains why we do have animals like cuttlefish, which are not fish, or shellfish, which are
Not
to
fish.
our modern eyes are definitely not fish. Starfish, not a fish. But we call it a fish because we're invoking this much older meaning of the word fish.
That's also why in like biblical tales like Jonah and the whale, sometimes it's a big fish, sometimes it's a whale, because whales were also big fish by earlier standards, right?
Yeah, exactly. Here's a revelation though that I had while doing this. So the plural of fish is what?
Fish.
It's fish. Right? People say fishes, and I think the more, and that's fine. But it tends to be a nuance between when we're talking about fish and when we're talking about fishers. For example, if you've got a load of the same type of fish, you call them fish. But if I've got some trout, I've got some salmon. It's the trout kind of salmon. Doesn't matter. You say, oh, look at the different varieties, the different types of fishes. That is a legit use of fishes. But to me, it sounds occasionally a little bit childish. But I looked this up, and Old English, the plural of fish, is fishers.
What?
Yes. Middle English, the plural of fish is fishers. Fish, as the plural of fish, is newish, as in within the past 1,000 years.
Why? That's extremely counterintuitive for plurals.
Yeah, well, so one of the things you can usually grab onto when we talk about animals where the plural is the same as the singular, so sheep and deer, is that in Old English, which had 3 grammatical genders, masculine, feminine, and neuter, the animals which we generally use the same word for the plural as the singular were all neuter, because you didn't put a special ending on the neuter one to make it plural. So I thought, oh, well, fish must have been neuter, but it wasn't. It was masculine. And it did have the straightforward es ending on it. I found examples of it. Old English, F-I-S-C-A-S, F-I-S-C-E-A-S, bearing in mind that in Old English, SC is pronounced sh. So it was fishers.
Fishes.
And to not pluralize it, I don't know how it happened, but and to not change it to pluralize it, I don't know how it happened, but it did.
Looks more like Pisces too, doesn't it?
Yeah, you're right. But Pisces would be singular. Yeah. Oh, it's a bit confusing.
Yeah, right.
I thought that was interesting. So up until this point, I just presumed that fish must have been neutral, must have been neuter, like all of those other examples.
I would think so too. That this was a revelation for me as well.
Yeah, I think your average language snob would assume that fishers was the crude modern invention.
Yeah, no, I was thinking sort of like people versus peoples.
Yeah, exactly. Sheep versus sheeps. That's my 2 pence about fish. I'm sure we will talk about different varieties of fish as well at some point. But we did touch on whales.
Whales, yeah.
We should go there. Can you tell us about whales?
So whale it's a Germanic word. It's like one of these others. We're gonna have a bunch of these that are like it's the Germanic word for whale. But the cool thing I think about this is that the root of this word refers to big sea fish, whales, and walruses and things. And the word walrus, which I think we may have mentioned before, but I think it's worth mentioning again, is that walruses are whale horses.
Yeah, or horse whales.
Right.
So earlier forms of it are with the word that way around. Like we've got this old English version of it, which is horsval, right, which is horse, whale, and then saw the confusion between that phrase, horse, whale, and a Scandinavian word that was specific to the walrus, and we sort of switched them around, and so you end up calling it essentially a whale horse, and that's what walrus is.
The neat thing about the binomial of the walrus, the Odobenus rosmarus, is it has two interesting things happening here. The first part means toothwalker, which is very awesome. And then the second part uses that rosbit is from the Old Norse word for a walrus, rosamvalar, or walrusvalar, which is also horse whale, like we've been talking about. So we've got horse of the sea, so a tooth-walking horse of the sea.
Amazing. Actually, I was mentioning how I went to Orkney, or eventually I was going to Orkney. I've now been to Orkney, and the main island there, it's just known as the mainland. To some other people, it's also known as Pomona, but the Old Norse name for it was Hrosse, which means horse island, using that same element there.
Hey, Joseph Spires, how you doing?
Those words where we've pretty much arbitrarily swapped the H and W down at the start, so the same roots as the word what, where, when, who, all of which were originally words, but at some point after the introduction of the printing press became these WH words.
Another animal that has that same bit in it is the narwhal.
I'm done. So thank you for liking, commenting, and subscribing. Especially thank you for commenting because it gives me something to work with. So I'll see your comments in the next stream. I'll do a sleep stream tonight, provided all things work well. And thank you for joining. Thank you. Bye.